Going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like Sandy Brondello is not headed to the Fever. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Toronto. Let's get it. Let's go. Sandy is not heading to Dallas, bruh. Sandy Brondello has landed a new job in a whole new country, that is Canada. And it's unfortunate, man, because I truly wanted Sandy Brondello to head to Indy. The news has just come out the pipeline literally minutes ago. Everybody's talking about this. This is the biggest story in all of the W that is of Sandy Brondello making it to be the Toronto Tempo first head coach, man. Everybody's raving about this. Howard Megdale, I think he got a podcast. I think he broke the story on his podcast moments ago that Sandy Brondello will be the new coach. I think somebody sent it to me. Let me see here if I can get this pulled up. Let me see if I can get the clip pulled up, because it is a clip. Let's see if we can get this clip pulled up. For
the 9 Sports. Jackie, how are you today?
I'm all right, Howard. How are you?
I'm great. We have breaking news. Sandy Brondello has been chosen as the next/first head coach of the Toronto Tempo. Multiple sources have told the 9 Sports. Here to talk a little bit about it. From my perspective, Sandy Brondello, and I wrote this at the 9, was immediately the best or among the best candidates for any opening the moment that the New York Liberty decided to move on from her. Jackie, you had the chance, obviously, to cover Sandy up close. Take me through why you think Toronto made this decision now.
I think Toronto made this decision now because they want a proven winner. And so Brondello is a 2-time WNBA champion. She is someone who maybe has missed the playoffs once in her many years coaching in the WNBA. You'd have to fact check me on that. But she's someone who's going to help the Tempo shape their foundation and build on the standard that the Golden State Valkyries have set for an expansion franchise this past season.
You know, it's interesting. Golden State really set the tone here. I should say the tempo for what it is that people are hoping for out of expansion this year. A little bit different, obviously, bringing in the experience of Sandy. Also, a little bit of a difference from some of the other candidates, right? You know, the Toronto Tempo clearly valued WNBA experience, where other teams, it seems like, are de-emphasizing that right now. Do you think ultimately zagging when other people zag gives them an opportunity?
I think it does. I think it absolutely does. I think especially for an expansion team where there's a lot of new, and I've spoken to some NBA assistants, including Becky Hammond's recent assistants, and they've talked about how learning the WNBA, it's a complete.
So this is the podcast, man, where the story was broke. You guys can watch the episode in its entirety at the 9, I believe, Sports. But yeah, man, this is the hottest story right now in all of sports as of this moment past. That is Sandy Brondello being named the head coach of the Toronto Tempo. And I've never been out of my country, man. And I damn near want to go to the opener, bro. Damn near want to go to the opener just to see this thing. Sandy Brondello, she's box office. I feel like this is going to be a big spectacle for Toronto. Brondello will be the next coach, and yeah, man, I'm truly happy for Sandy. Kind of unfortunate, you know what I'm saying, she ain't get a chance to come to Indy. I know a lot of us wanted her to be in Indy, and this crazy thing about it is a lot of people really thought that she was going to go to Dallas, man. So Dallas is still without a head coach, but I'm telling you right now, this is major news right now, man. Sandy Brondello is going to Canada.
This team, they want to win a championship, so do we. So hopefully Leia will be okay. Sabrina, I would come to you. This game, as Sandy said, very muddy at times. And there was a lot of anticipation, of course, for this matchup. How do you like how the team was able to respond, and what stood out to you on how you're able to get this win?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge for us, especially to be able to get a game like this early in the year on the road, and a gritty win. I think it's impressive. And for us, it wasn't pretty. And I think being able to see how we're able to grind games out, continue to stay together, and win when it's ugly. And that's, when you get to the end of the year, that's kind of what it looks like. And the ability for us to be able to get that today, I think was huge for our group to see we can kind of come back from anything. And I also think it just shows us areas we need to continue to be better. Like, in the third quarter, we should not be outscored 30-13. If we're not, then this game is a completely different game. And so I think it's great for us to be able to get challenged like that from a great team, to be able to continue to find ways to improve.
And JJ, similar question. I mean, a lot of times we were talking about the New York Liberty, about how you create matchup challenges, and it seemed like at times Indiana was successful in having you in particular out defending the perimeter. I mean, how do you see that playing out moving forward?
I mean, I think for the most part, we do a really good job of switching on to guards as post players. I think we have to do just like a better job of building a wall behind the ball. And I think they kind of exploited that tonight. And so we'll get better moving forward. But ultimately, a win is a win.
Coach, in the third quarter, you guys shot a lot of threes, and they went on their run. I think they ended a 9-0 run to start or to end the third quarter. And then the fourth, it felt like you guys really switched to what was working in the first half. Was there something specifically that you told the players, like, hey, we can shoot threes, but we're not hitting them. We need to go inside the paint where we have a lot of advantages?
Yeah, look, and I just didn't. Yeah, I did say that. I just thought we'll take and become 1-on-1. It's not how that's not our success. It's not. Was it a good shot? I'm fine if it's a great shot, but they weren't good shots. They were contested shots. We didn't get the extra pass, the movement. We were very stagnant. So it's just more like, hey, get back to what we want to do. Okay, yeah, we got some threes out of it with our movement. JJ and pick and roll actions, I didn't think we got enough, because they were late switching too, and then finding some really high percentage baskets down low. But I thought our defense created our offense with our movement, and we executed better. Yeah, I love threes as much as the other team, but I don't like threes when it's just one pass and we're missing, and we've got to feel the game. We went away from our identity, but we came back to it, and that's because these players are great and they understand how we should be playing.
Sabrina, we've talked about like Natasha Cloud being such a integral part to this team, and the way that she's just seamlessly made this transition. I mean, that steal at the end of the game, or swap, whatever you want to call it, was huge for you guys, obviously. Just can you talk about what you saw on that play in those final seconds, and more about just what you brings?
Yeah, I mean, she had one against Dewana Bonner that was a huge block at the rim, and then came back and got a huge stop for us there at the end of the game. And I think everyone knows what she brings to this team and why she's so valuable offensively and defensively. And she does it every single night. She plays with a lot of heart, and we know what we're going to get from her. And I think that's why everyone was so happy when she was able to come here and be a part of this team. And we trust in her and her ability to continue to get downhill. She had a great offensive game as well, just pushing pace, getting the ball while also guarding the best player on the other team. So I think it speaks volume about her and her commitment to wanting to be great.
We'll go to Zoom, starting with Miles.
Hi, all. Congratulations on the win. Sabrina, I wanted to come to you because with about 8.5 minutes to play, you're down 80-68, come out of that timeout, and the first couple of looks go inside to Jonquel Jones. And Sandy talked a little bit about how much you guys were settling for threes that time. JJ goes on to have 10 or 12 points on that 16-2 run that flips the game around with a couple of threes too. Just how stabilizing was Jonquel offensively for you guys to get back into this game?
Well, definitely.
Jonquel,
Wow.
great. I mean, we know what she's capable of doing, and to be able to kind of be a part of her own run was really fun. Like, I was just looking for her every time I could, believed in her shot and knew she was going to get some great looks, and kind of kept pouring into her, knowing that we needed her to go out and be aggressive in order for us to get back into that game. And I think that's the beauty of this team. It could be anyone at any time, and JJ stayed ready throughout the entire game, and then when we needed her most, she showed up.
We'll go to Jackie.
Hi, all. I'll start with JJ. JJ, I'm curious what switch flipped for you to know that you just had to take over the game in the fourth quarter? And why did you think the team was in your heads as